Hello. Oh, I'm so mad, dude. I'm so angry. Ugh, I'm so angry. It's kind of interesting. I feel like I've come a long way as a human because something that happened today that would have caused me to go into like a angry spiral of, you know, hitting things. Probably probably would have busted a keyboard. I don't know. I had anger issues, man, like year or two ago. I don't really do that anymore, thankfully. But man, today I definitely would have done it. today I today is one of those days that I absolutely know that I would have done it cuz it was almost there. Ugh. No one really pissed me off today. I ran out of milk for my Oreos. No, I'm just kidding. I got scammed. I got scammed again. I shouldn't say again because it's been a long time since I got scammed the last time, but this was for a lot of money, man. This one was not, this wasn't a joke. This was a lot of cash. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. Um, yeah, getting scammed really sucks. So we're gonna see if I get a refund, and if I don't get a refund, then uh, I'll have to do a chargeback. And then if I get banned from Bai for doing a chargeback, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. Then I'll probably have to eat the cost. But it was like $1,500. It was like $1,500. Like it was that's a lot. I think previous to this, the most I've been scammed was maybe like a couple hundred, few hundred, maybe 300, like at the most. 1,500 is Jesus. Um, that's not fun. I'm gonna make a video about it and go into more details, but basically what happened was I got sucked into this guy's listings for art rares, and they were about the price that I have been paying for art rares, especially with the coupon. I think they were like 70 cents a piece or something like that, and it was lots of like 1,000 art rares, 500 art rares, 300 art rares, and I was like, all right, man, 70%. The illustration rares in English are popping off. Like, let me buy a bunch of these again. It's been a while. And he just sent me boxes of Japanese bulk cards. That's what I got. Um, yeah. So I have like 2,000 Japanese bulk because uh I guess they do a specific thing in the listing where it's like, they list out, oh, you're going to get art rares and character rares. And then at the very bottom of the description, it says, like, um, basically, the photo is a placeholder and you might get regular cards too, or something like that. Like, the very bottom, like, you have to scroll all the way down past all the stupid, like, keywords and everything that the search terms that people put in there. And then at the bottom of all of that, they're like, oh, and you might get some common cards. So it's such a shitty scam, and it sucks that people are allowed to do it. It sucks that Bai doesn't do anything about it, but it is what it is. So we'll see. I'll get my money back regardless. I hope that Bai doesn't ban me. I spend a lot of money through them every month, so hopefully I am a cherished customer. But if I'm not, and they end up getting rid of me, then I'll have to figure out. I'll have to make a second account or something and hope that I can start again, start anew. How's it going, Breakroom TCG? How's it going, Grimer, Dugong, Hortsdrad? How's it going? I haven't seen you here before. Nice to meet you. If you have been here, I'm sorry that I didn't recognize your name, but... And then Namp, what's up? How's it going? So, what we're going to be doing today is I did get a 4-row box of basically, what would you say? Like commons, uncommons, rares of EX era and mostly EX era and XY era, I guess. Or EX Diamond Pearl maybe and XY. And it's basically like commons, uncommons, and rares. And I did this, I bought a bunch from the same person. And I saw that they had this up there. So I thought I would take a chance on it. At first I was a little scared. I was going through some stuff and I was like, oh shit, this is not looking good. And then we got further into the box. It was a box of like 6,500 cards. So there was a lot of cards to get through. And we kept going, and a lot of the XY stuff looks really good. A lot of the EX Diamond Pearl stuff is actually pretty decent as well. And then there's quite a bit of the EX era stuff that is pretty beat up. So I think what I'm gonna do first, is I'm gonna maybe sort. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Maybe sort everything by type first. And then, after everything's sorted by type, I can condition check. And then, after condition checking, I can put all the species together. Condition check all 8,000. For condition checking for this stuff is I'm just like going through quickly and trying to pull out anything that has like a stupid amount of lightning. That's basically the goal with this. Because a lot of this stuff is going to go to Chef. Because actually the Heartgold Soul Silver stuff that I bought from the same person that I sent to Chef has actually been doing pretty decently. And to just keep in mind, so all these cards, actually, that's not true. I need to take out like probably a couple thousand. So if we double, we'll just round up to like 15 cents. So when I'm going through these, just realize that I paid like 15 cents a piece. Something like that. And so I think overall I'll do pretty well. Especially, there's a lot of popular Pokemon and stuff in here. Especially in the X and Y era, and a lot of it's near mint. So it's pretty sick. So let's just get started. We got a lot here. It's a full 4-row box. So we'll probably start with EX era first, and then we'll go to the XY era after. And again, a lot of the EX era stuff is not great condition-wise. Some of it's all right, but some of it is definitely not good. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know in the chat as well. And I'm always down to talk about stuff while we do this. So sorry to hear about that, man. That really sucks that they allow that. Yeah, it's not really that they allow it. I mean, they allow it, but they just don't really do anything about it. So like they don't leave negative feedback for you. They don't do things that would help future buyers kind of stay away from that type of stuff. They just kind of keep their head down and they keep going. So it's kind of annoying in that way, but it is what it is. What up, Darkrai Dungeon? How's it going? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sort. I'm going to sort in chat, you guys. So tomorrow I will be talking to Jake from Pokenomics. I'm very excited about that. We've got a lot of fun stuff that we are going to go through. There you go, Grimer. Look at that, Grimer. I think that's Fire Red Leaf Green, right? Or is that a different one? I don't know. But yeah, I did have to reschedule Jake's live from yesterday or last week, and that's totally cool. But I have confirmed with him today, or I think it was today or yesterday, that this week is going to work. So we will hope for the best. Grimer looked like it saw crimes. Yeah, just like Grimer in the chat. Lots of crimes. Lucario, that's pretty nice. But yeah, a lot of these are, I don't know. They'll be binder copies again, I guess. I don't know what to do with this type of stuff. It's well, that was wrong. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this type of stuff because I like buying it and I think it works pretty well on streams, but only if it's really like near mint condition. If you start getting into like light play, moderate play, stuff like that, it starts to become like I don't know what to do with it. There's like too much time to go through it all when it's not near mint. And it's not something I can just send to Chef. It's like if I can't just send it to Chef, then what do I do with all this type of stuff? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that Gary. Oh, there's quite a few of these in here too. I did kind of a spot check of everything when I was unpacking. And I mean it's pretty near mint as well. A little bit of whitening, but it's pretty solid Gyarados. I'll take it. Harada. It's cool. I like it. We got stuff like Slowbro. Do you do this full time? Well, it's not my day job. I basically put full time work into it, but it's not my day job. So, I have a day job outside of Pokemon. Nice Scizor. It's pretty clean too. It's got a couple scratches on the front, but I don't know. This probably wasn't my best idea, but hopefully it will end up being good in the long run. Nice Growlithe. See how it goes. Some of the XY, to be honest, could maybe be graded. It really depends. There's another Grimer, Sugimori. You can always tell when it's Sugimori because it's just the Pokemon on top of some weird fuzzy background. But at least I actually got these cards in. I will say that. Not like art rares. Here's some Heart Gold Soul Silver. That's interesting. Not very good looking, but not bad. A little Vulpix. Yeah, I definitely put in full-time time, but I don't do it as my day job. What up, Gocher's Cards? What's up, man? What do I do for my day job? Oh, Portera. Yeah, these are all pretty beat. What do I do for my day job? I am a web designer for a emergency management company. Probably won't get any more specific than that, but I'm a web designer, basically. I manage the website for a corporate company. What up, Peak? How's it going, man? If you guys don't know, Pikachu is doing a series where he's talking to a bunch of awesome people in the space. Some business people, some collector people, some just some cool people. So you guys should definitely check out his channel and drop a subscribe. Check out his conversations he's been having. It's good. Man, some of these are like really good binder copies, but then they definitely shouldn't be graded, that's for sure, but that is a pretty art put in a binder. But yeah, the definitely has scratches. I would say this is probably like LP, right? I don't know. I'm horrible at conditioning raw cards. Basically anything I don't grade I would say is like LP, but I don't think that's true. I think it's probably more. I think a lot more stuff would fall into near mint than I would put in near mint. That's for sure. Really, how that goes. And now it's Leonhardt. Ooh. Damn, bro. Pete's going to be talking to Leonhardt on March 12th. That'll be fun. Sounds good. That's awesome. What are you doing with all these? So the ones that are near mint, I'm going to build out binders. And I partner with a live streamer on eBay Live. And a lot of this stuff, the near mint stuff at least, that I put into binders is going to go to him. And then I have no idea what I'm going to do with the rest of it. Because a lot of this particular stuff isn't going to be near mint. But yeah. So basically, I'm excited for. Right now, I'm waiting for a ton of cards to come back from PSA. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get it so that the live streamer I work with is like super set up with cards so that I don't really have to worry about sourcing it all for the next like couple of months, because I'm gonna have like thousands of slabs coming in the next 2 months probably, and I'm gonna have to really focus on that. So right now we're focusing on keeping him stocked. That's a nice looking Aerodactyl. Fukuda. Very cool. But yeah, I mean, that's my plan right now. Just trying to make sure that he's set up so that when I have to drop off the face of the earth, when I get my slabs in, that he's pretty set for a while. PSA takes about 2 months. I think they're a little over 2 months right now. I have a sub that's been there for basically 2 months, and it's still in research and ID, so it seems like it might be taking a little longer. That's a little worse, but that's a cool Manetric. eBay. eBay? This has a message saying they're running behind on subs. Yeah, they definitely are, for sure. They went from like a month and a half to like 2 months, and now they're over 2 months, so. Oh, we'll see. Let's see. Not having a go at you here, I'm generally interested why no one in the space ever answers what they do outside of Pokemon. I just answered what I do outside of Pokemon. Care to shed some light? I don't know. I think some people are, yeah, they don't want to be doxxed. I think it's, it's a little different when you're like, I think you have to be fairly general, because if I said what company I work for, then it's just like, you could go to their website, you'd probably find my real name somewhere, you'd probably like, it's just not really information that people need to know. I think the vague, like, I work in retail, then like, okay, they probably work at Walmart, or or I work in food service, I'm a chef, I work, I'm a web designer, X, Y, and Z. I think that's better than being too specific, because you never know. There's lots of people out there who, I don't know. There's lots of weirdos out there for sure. So yeah. I don't get that many weirdos, thankfully. Probably because I banned them all. Drop the sub. Appreciate it, Dark Eyes Dungeon. Hey, Alice. Made a video about taxes. Cool. Off-topic question, but I was watching a vid the other day on CGC Pristines. I stick with PSA 99% of the time. How well do Pristines sell for you compared to PSA? So I would say that in my experience, they might take a little bit longer to sell, but they're gonna sell for a premium. So far, I mean, I just sold a few Pristines that did extremely well in terms of profit percentage, and I just did a huge buy at Card Rush because of it. So Yeah, I am definitely leaning into the pristines, especially with the $10 grading. Like they're still the cheapest grading right now, and they're still decently fast. So I feel like, if you've got an eye for pristines and you can get like, I don't know, you'd say that the problem is it's a gamble. It's not as much of a gamble as Beckett is, where it's like you either get a black label or bust. Well, yeah, it kind of is. Except pristines at CGC are easier to get than Beckett's black label, obviously. Um, but if you don't get a pristine at CGC, then you're kind of SOL because the regular 10, the regular Gem Mint 10 at CGC in most cases isn't going to sell nearly as well or as high as a PSA 10. So it's like if you want just consistent grades and you don't want to gamble at all, and you've got an eye for PSA 10s, and you just know you're going to get a bunch of 10s, then just go the PSA route. If you feel like you have an eye for pristines and you do well at getting a pretty high percentage of them, they sell for, they might take a little bit longer to sell, but they do sell for a premium. So that's why I go with CGC, because for some reason, the last couple submissions, I've done extremely well on pristines. So I don't know. And then my BGS 9.5s that I just crossed over in my video on Monday, all of those went from 9.5s to pristine as well. So I don't know. I feel like either I'm just getting really lucky or I've got an eye for pristine, so I'm going to keep using them until that luck runs out, especially at $10 a piece for cards that are fairly lower value. When it comes to English cards, though, I have no idea. So you're gonna have to ask someone who knows about English, because I don't know anything about English. Seems like grading with PSA anything English right now is a gamble. So who knows? Sure they don't want to be doxxed. Yeah. Any tips to share on handling cards to be sure you don't mess them up? I've actually been holding off on sorting. Cards are pretty durable as long as you're not, you know, basically, I don't know. Cards are pretty durable. You don't have to wear gloves. You don't have to do anything crazy. Just be careful with them. Like if they're expensive cards or whatever, just be careful with them. And when you're going to grade, you're going to be able to see if you have like little fingerprints on the back or whatever, and you can get rid of those with like a microfiber cloth or something like that. But you don't really have to worry about it. I think people are too worried, especially when you watch like Twitch streams when people are opening like big boxes and stuff. People are like, "Oh, why are you putting your finger on the hollow? Oh, why are you, X, Y, and Z? You should be wearing gloves." It's like people get a little crazy when it comes to handling cards, and it's usually really not that big a deal. So, um, CGC pristine still harder to achieve than PSA 10. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I would say in terms of Japanese cards, yes. In terms of English cards, I have no freaking clue. So they technically what the CEO of PSA said is we didn't actually change our standards. We were just updating the website. But now everyone seems to be getting absolutely shit on in terms of the amount of tens that they're getting per sub. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know if it's like, yeah, they did, but they're just saying that it's always been this way and don't worry. But they actually did, or if it's truly like, yeah, we've tightened it up or whatever, and whatever. But yeah, it just depends. It depends if you want to believe the CEO of PSA or or not. Uh, but I also think like there's a lot of new people getting in the space right now, sending subs that don't know how to pre-grade, and a lot of those new people are going to get bad grades because they don't understand how to get tens yet. So because it is a skill that you develop over time. Of like pre-grading is not something that you can just like walk, it's the very first card I've ever looked at, and I'm going to be able to tell you if it's a PSA 10. Like it takes time to be able to pre-grade well and figure out what to actually send that has a decent chance at getting a 10. It's not just like, I don't know. It's like, oh well, it's packed fresh. It should definitely get a 10. It's like, no, not. I would love for that to be true, but that is definitely not true. So I think there's probably a little bit of that as well. Just newer people sending stuff off and getting wrecked. And we're seeing that a lot more. It's kind of like I don't want to say this because this might turn into a political thing. Crazy to think that plane crashes could become a political issue. But it's kind of like with the plane crash stuff right now. Like every single potential near miss / plane crash is being shown on the news, so everyone thinks that like they're happening at a higher rate than they ever have been right now. And I'm not really sure if that's the case. I don't really think it is. But since we're seeing so much more of it because of some of the larger plane crashes, everyone just thinks like, oh shit, I need to be more scared than usual to get on a plane because there's more and more issues. When it's really, we're just being fed that information and it makes it look like it's happening a lot more. When actually, there's quite a few plane crashes / issues every year. But we don't have to go too far into that because then it's gonna, I don't know. People are weird with all that stuff sometimes. But I did see that near miss at Chicago Airport, Midway. Damn. That was close. That was close. Dude had to pull up at the last second or he would have taken that private jet right out. I freaking hate metal cards versus common cards or normal cards. It's hard to see sometimes. I'm about to send a little over 100 cards. First time subbing with them. Wish you luck. That's crazy that it's your first time, but yeah. Yeah, good luck. That should be awesome. Hopefully you get some good stuff. Yeah, $10, decent chance at pristines. I don't know. I can't pass it up personally. So I personally can't pass it up. But I'm also not sure if I would do it with English cards, but I honestly don't know. But I also just don't know how to pre-grade English cards, so there is that. White label 10s outselling PSA 9s? Really? Well, I guess that would make sense. I don't know. I don't know where all these people are coming from saying like, I don't know. It's so hard to come to a definitive conclusion of like, oh, CGC Gem Mint 10s look 1,000 times worse than PSA 9s, blah, blah, blah. It's like there's so much variance in all of it that I'm willing to bet that if you put 100 CGC Gem Mint 10s and 100 PSA 9s in front of me and we condition checked every one, I'm willing to bet that the CGC 10s would look a lot better. I would bet some money on that. But everyone has their own experiences that color their ideas, and then they project those ideas out into the world, and it's like, whatever. But yeah. I mean, I've had cards that I assumed would be pristines get CGC Gem 10s, and it's like, and then I've had some cards that I assumed would get like 8s and 9s get PSA 10s, and it's like, so it's just what happens. What does Dan say? Consistently inconsistent. All that good stuff. People are taking more risks now, sending him borderline, or this is probably a 9, but if it gets a 10, potentially, yeah. New to the hobby and bought over 30 pristines and PSA 10s. Honestly, pristines look pretty bad compared to PSA 10s. I would hard disagree with you there, but maybe in your sample size, it's what you experienced. I can't imagine that. That's crazy to me. I would say that there's got to be some sort of like internal bias happening personally. But yeah, I mean every company is gonna screw up every now and again. I have a sick Gengar on my eBay store that literally will not sell, and I'm pretty sure it's because it's one of the worst PSA 10s I've ever seen. It has I was in Japan when I got the grade for that, and it popped up a 10, and I was like, there is no shot. There is so much whitening on it, and it just won't sell. It's been on my eBay store forever. Any thoughts on tag? I have thoughts on tag, but I want you guys to stay and hang out in the stream, so I'll keep my thoughts to myself. Uh, that's what I'll do. Everyone right now is all kind of on the positive train for tag, so I'll just, I'll just yay tag. Everyone should try them out. Yay. Hey, you know what? They give you graders notes and the AI, and it can never be wrong, and the graders notes are always correct. All right, guys? So definitely send all your cards to tag. That's how I feel about them. We'll just go with that. We'll just go with that. I do have another grading experiment video with them coming up. Pretty excited. We'll see how that goes. I'm gonna have to. Well, I don't know. The hands up caught. Some investors in tag hang out in live stream chats, so I don't want to say what my investigation video of tag's grading is going to be, but I'll just say it's similar to the one that I did before. It's going to be a little bit different, and it's going to be like a small sample size test of consistency with tag. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. That I will say, the label and the slab are very clean. I will say that. I will say that. I think that's a that's not something that a lot of people can fight us on. What up, Kevin? How's it going? Welcome. Right. So many cards to sort. You ever upload these sorting videos? No, these are always streams. I know Pokemon Steven is somehow able to. It's just not really my style of video. I don't really do like hour-long videos or whatever. If I'm gonna do something like this and chat with people, I'd rather do it live streaming than have to like constantly think about topics I need to bring up and talk about to make sure there's no dead air. Turn it into a video. So you can watch this back after the live though. It will be up in the live. There's some lives that I take down, like the reaction streams, mainly because I don't want them to cause drama in the community. But streams like this will stay up. So if you want to come back, if you can't make it, if you want to come back and watch, it should be up after the stream is over. So you don't have to worry about that. Same with the stream tomorrow. I'll be talking to Jake from Pokenomics. Tomorrow the stream will also stay up. So the only streams that won't stay up are the streams where I'm playing a video game, because my channel does not like when I play video games. and the reaction streams, because people get their little feelings hurt. And if they're going to get their feelings hurt, I'd rather them give me $2 to get their feelings hurt. Oh, man. I saw some more questions in there. I'll hit them just right after this stack. All right. Let's see. I don't see any of these under live. I haven't done one in a while. What was the last stream I did sorting? The last stream I did was 2 months ago. I bought a lot of Umbreons. That was the last sorting stream that I did. But so yeah. But this one will stay up. Don't worry. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Everyone crapping on CGC still. Let's see. Any thoughts on tag? I answered that. That was sarcastic. It definitely was. Did you see Rob Burns show a few weeks ago where he had Jesse and a few others on? They were all no, I've heard about it a lot, but no, I haven't watched it. I have heard about it quite a lot. Yeah, that the Jesse guy is very passionate about tag and the future of tag. Which is good. If you're an investor in something, you should invest in things you're passionate about. I don't think I'd ever want to have a conversation with him because I assume it would be the most biased conversation I could possibly have about the grading company. And I don't know. I'm not really I'm not really like a debate guy. I don't want to create issues in the middle of conversation. I'm not a confrontational person. That's what I should say. I'm not a confrontational person. I don't like those types of conversations. Usually they don't go anywhere because someone has some sort of bias that they're not willing to logically fight through. But yeah, for some reason, and we're going to talk about this tomorrow with Jake, because Jake actually used to be a therapist, which I think is a very interesting angle for some of the questions that I have for him. But one of the things we're going to talk about is why people can't separate their emotions from their spending. And I feel like as a business, you should be able to separate your emotions from your spending. Like, people getting into the business, saying, or starting a Pokemon, like, if you're going to start doing what I'm doing, right? Where it's like, you're going to grade to make money. You shouldn't have any allegiance towards any grading company. You should go with whatever one, the particular card in your hand, makes the most sense to be sent to. Money-wise, grade-wise, all of that. There shouldn't be a bias really towards anything when it comes to business. You should be open to doing just about, unless it's like ethically wrong, right? Like that type of stuff, like lying, cheating, stealing, doing horrible shit, like that type of stuff you shouldn't do. But these biases towards companies, biases towards like, emotionally being attached to your cash, that type of stuff is just like, it just doesn't, I don't know. It gets in the way of being able to critically think about things if you're emotionally attached to your monetary gains or your money in general. That's a nice looking Scyther. Say that's near mint. That's cool. I like it. That should sell pretty well. So let me finish this stack. I'll get back into the chat. Kind of going a stack at a time. Let's see. Don't like to stir the pot? Yeah, I don't. Why don't you grade English? Pretty sure profit would be much higher. It depends. I think gross. Well, I'm trying to think about this. Profit percentage? I don't really know. Profit, like the raw number, maybe. That's very possible. But with English, you have to spend more money. I'd rather buy the Magikarp art rares. I'd rather buy 20 of them for $20 a piece, let's say, than one of them for $400 or whatever the hell that card's going for right now. I don't know. There's different ways of looking at it, I guess, because then I have 20 chances of sending some to Beckett, sending some to CGC, sending some to PSA, and I can kind of spread out and then at the end of the day, like, if I have a $20 card and it gets a 10 and I'm able to sell that card then for like 130, then the percentage is still going to be high. It's less as like a whole number, but the percentage is still pretty high. So at the end of the day, it's like, am I really losing out all that much? And I already know how to pre-grade Japanese pretty well. English has always been like hit or miss for me. I don't know. I just like Japanese stuff. Jake on tomorrow, you got him to come out of his cave. I had to pry him out of his cave. Well, we were supposed to do it last week, but to be honest, he just didn't remember. He just didn't remember. So he hit me up again and was really apologetic about missing it. And then I was like, can we do next week? And he's like, yeah, we're gonna do next week. I'll put my alarm, so that I know what's going on. And I was like, all right, we'll do next week then. Another one of those nice Gyarados. How many of those do we have now? Like 3? That's good, dude. That's good. Ooh, another one of these Scythers too. Let's get it. Near mints? Hell yeah. Oh, I didn't did you pick up all these cards? Yes. So I bought these in bulk. I had bought another lot from this specific person before, and the condition surprised me at how good it was. So I decided to kind of go again, and I got these cards at like 15 cents a piece for a lot of these cards that are pretty freaking sick. So yeah, I was pretty happy with how another one, another Gary. Another near mint Gary. Man, I like it. Give me more. More and more Gyarados, please. Had quite a few Machamps come through, too. But yeah, so... Sell singles or just slabs? I only sell slabs. All my singles go to eBay Live with PokeChef954. He sells all my singles for the most part. Or I will put them in a binder and have them up at a local show or something to sell. I really don't like selling singles on eBay. My grandma's actually moving to town this week, and she was like, hey, I really want to help you in your business. And I was like, maybe we could figure out something for you to do. And there was a part of me that thought I could open a TCG player account and just have her run TCG player account, like have her figure it all out, get her all the packing supplies, and just get her on the TCG player, and she could just sell a lot of this stuff on TCG player. You could send out all the packages, or at least have them ready for me to pick up in the morning. I don't know. I know she's looking for something to do, and she really supports my business and stuff, so it could be fun for her maybe, but it might be too complicated as well, so I'm not really sure. But TCG player is a separate platform, so it wouldn't affect my eBay at all. So maybe I just go for it, and if she screws it up, we'll shut down the TCG player. Be like, Grandma, no more TCG player for you. Sorry. Let's see. Are these just to sell at tables? Most of these will be going to Chef. Jesse has a lot of good takes and advice, but his whole defense was, I'm right and you don't know what you're talking about. I didn't watch it, so I'm not sure. I don't want to make any comments on it. Haven't pulled the trigger on using Buy yet. Well, I just got scammed out of $1,500, so use it at your own risk. We will be charging them back if they don't give me a refund, and hopefully I don't get banned from using the website. But see how it goes. I'll make a video about it because it is quite the interesting scam, in my opinion. So that was great. Good stuff. Didn't set me back at all. Ugh. Did you see Wonder's interview with Reserved Investments? Yeah, I actually watched that this weekend. I went for a walk on Saturday or Sunday, and I listened to it. It was very good. I actually really like Sean from Reserved Investments. I think that type of talk, like learning about other hobbies and the ebbs and flows of what's happened there, and different markets and what you consider what and different. I feel like the way that Wonder kind of went through that chat was very cool. Like the idea of, let's kind of describe all these terms and where does Pokemon sit within the cycle and all that type of stuff was just really interesting to listen to. So I really liked it a lot. Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought it was good. A lot of people won't like it because, again, like they can't separate their emotion from their logic or their emotion from their money. So they bought a lot of this stuff, and then hearing Sean talk about it the way that he did, they won't like it. They will have a knee jerk reaction to dislike what Sean said about a lot of stuff. But I think that it's pretty fascinating stuff, and I think it's very useful to, even if you're not going to directly apply it now, like it's useful to have in the back of your head, in my opinion, so that you could spot some of these things maybe early before they happen. Potentially not. Maybe you don't spot and you have troubles, but I thought it was a very fascinating conversation. I liked it a lot. What up, Navi Station? Look at that, nice. Ampharos, I like that. Not near mint. A lot of these are going to be beat up, I think. This is a lot of Diamond and Pearl, it looks like. I don't think a lot of this is EX, or I think a lot of this is mostly Diamond and Pearl. Some of it is EX. Probably most of the stuff that's in bad condition is EX. But these pins are there. Oops. It's a whole lot of Japanese common. What do you do with these? So it's common, uncommon, and rare. And yeah, it is a lot. So I'm gonna make a binder with a lot of like the evolution lines, a lot of the more popular ones, and I'm gonna send a lot of this over to Chef to sell on eBay Live so that he can. One thing that I feel like has been doing pretty well for him on eBay Live is being able to sell like fairly popular Pokemon evolution lines. So I don't really have any at the moment on my hand, but that's a cool Sneasel. Look at that one. That's a sick one. Harada and Fukuda, man. Good stuff. Especially Fukuda, one of my favorites. Absolute favorites. What do you want, eBay? This eBay? Oh. eBay Live. Let's see. How's it going, Boondock? What's up? 10.99 in Grandma's diabolical. Trying to find a JP Piplup promo, but no one has a minty copy or PSA 10. Piplup promo. Is it a hollow or a non-hollow? I might have one. I don't know what I have in this. There's just too much. Too much right now. For your PC, would you rather collect CGC Pristines? Definitely Pristines. For sure. In my opinion. Yeah, if I could collect one or the other, I would do Pristines. Interesting to hear from someone who's a little older. Yeah. Lived through market cycles. Yeah. Also, Wonder has probably the most underrated channel out there. Absolutely. Got his more research than anyone, knows how to interview. Yeah. I think he does great. Non-hollow movie random pack Piplup. Well, if I find any Piplups, I'll let you know. Sounds good. Yeah, Wonder's great. Wonder has a fantastic thing going. He does really, really, really great interview stuff. I definitely agree that he's one of those that if you have not watched his content or his chats, I feel like he's kind of what Jake used to be back in the day. Like Jake used to have the really kind of in-depth, nuanced conversations with people in the hobby, and Wonder has kind of picked up that mantle and has run with it and has done such a good job with a lot of it. Just really solid. But yeah, the amount of like knowledge that is just out there. Like I bet that if you came into this hobby and you just binge watched Pokenomics conversations and Wonders conversations, you'd probably do pretty well afterward. You'd probably have a good idea of how to move forward from there. If someone was like brand new coming in and they were like, what content should I consume that's gonna help me grow my business in Pokemon, I'd be like Wonder and Pokenomics. Probably two very solid places to start. And then you can branch out from there. Like if you want to do sealed, find someone that does sealed. Oh, what is this stuff? XY just chilling in here. If you want to do sealed, you can find someone that does sealed. If you want to do flipping, if you want to do Japanese, there's Pokemon Steven is a great resource. You want to do flipping graded or just flipping in general. Catch 'em all collectibles is a great resource. Yeah, I mean there's just great channels out there. You just have to find them. I've used Card Rush. Card Rush was great. I haven't used UUT before, but I've used Card Rush a couple times now, and I'm pretty confident in saying that they're solid. I've also been to their physical location in Japan. It's a very impressive place. It's the first time I ever saw a trophy Kangaskhan. That was pretty cool. Never seen a trophy Kangaskhan before, but I got to see one when I was in Japan at the Card Rush location in Tokyo. But yes, I have used Card Rush, and I just put a Card Rush order in yesterday, maybe around there. Say less. I'm trying to figure out whether or not I want to go to Japan in October. Uh Last time I went to Japan and I went by myself, it ended up being kind of boring. But I also didn't really have a plan. Like I didn't really have like a game plan to go to like different places. So I just ended up doing the same stuff that I'd done before. And it was still fine. It rained a little bit, which kind of sucked, but it was still a decent, vacation. But it was kind of like I'm just doing the same shit I did before, but I don't know. I'm trying to figure out whether or not I want to go back in October by myself, or if I want to go someplace else. I've wanted to go to Hawaii for a while as well. That's kind of like been on the been on the back burner for a little bit. But I think Hawaii would be a really good time too. That's a place that a lot of my family has been before, and I really like hiking and being on the beach and stuff like that. And I think Hawaii would be a fun place to do that. But I don't know. I don't know what I want. I have no freaking clue, dude. So we'll figure it out. Kevin wants to come. I told Chef that he should come. I was like, hey, Chef, I'm already buying all the hotels and stuff. All you got to do is pay for your own food and your ticket. And food's cheap. So I don't think I convinced him, though. It is a long time, and Chef has kids and stuff. It's difficult to get away for like 10 days. Ooh, that one's cool. If only it wasn't completely destroyed. 7-Eleven. Oof. Stop. Stop. Bro. 7-Eleven. Fammy Chickies. Ooh. Dude, Fammy Chickies are so fire. I would go back just for some Coco Ichiban. Oh, it's so good. Japanese curry is amazing. $7 giant curry Coco Ichiban. Oof. Give it to me. Pour it down my gullet. Yeah, these are all like bad condition. I can feel them on my finger in the back. I can feel all the issues. Spice level 10 with cheese. I don't know about spice level 10, but I'm not a big spicy person. I like kind of the normal spice level. It's just got really good flavor, man. It's just good. Good stuff. I think they're supposed to revamp 7-Eleven in the States to offer stuff like Japanese stores. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. Sent you the Piplup pick. Ooh, I don't think I have this one. I don't think I saw this one, but we'll keep an eye out. Yeah, I don't think I saw that one. I saw some Piplups, but I didn't see that one. We're not even halfway through these freaking cards yet. This is just the EX era. Coco usually sells pre-made curry packs. God, it's so good. It's so good. Buy egg salad sandwiches. People think I'm crazy, but they come, bro. They are so good. Oh, why can't I think of what they're called now? The tuna. Oh, what is it? What do they call the rice with the tuna? Shit, and it's in like a triangle. Why can't I think of the freaking name of that? The tuna one is fire. Onigiri, yeah. God. You guys need to stop, okay? Because you're gonna convince me to go back. Dude, the tuna onigiri, oof, so good. Wait, hold on, what'd I do? I never wanted to leave. Yeah, once same. I will say that the only place that I've been in Tokyo that I was like, I could take it or leave it. I mean, it's really cool to walk through because it is like quintessential Tokyo. It's like what everyone thinks Tokyo is Shinjuku, right? Especially like the place by the big Toho building and the like that spot down there um is basically quintessential Japan. Like what everyone assumes Tokyo is that part of Shinjuku, which is really fun to walk through, especially at night. But at the same time, it's also horrible to walk through at night because so many people are wasted, and you have all the people like trying to grab you and take you into different bars or like into like places with ladies, hostess bars, stuff like that. It's a little sus, but it is like quintessential Tokyo. Yeah, that's really the only place that I've ever been like solicited like that, where people are like, I mean, I had a dude literally like walk straight up to me and put his hands like on my chest, was like trying to get me to go into a building. I was like, dude, you need to, and I just like brushed him off and kept walking, but I was like, damn, that guy was physical. I don't think I've ever had anyone get physical with me before in that way. I was like, shit. Yeah, that only really happens in Shinjuku, as far as I can tell. I'm sure there's parts of Shibuya that are similar. You have to be wary about that too, because there's lots of stories of there's lots of stories of people getting kind of taken into buildings or bars or whatever, and then getting basically stolen from. They'll like take you into this little bar, and then they won't let you leave unless you pay them like a ton of money. I don't think it happens all that often, but it's definitely something you have to kind of worry about, spots like that. Your body or your buddy? Okay, my buddy got drugged and mugged by the Nigerian club owner. Bro, I'm telling you, you gotta worry about it in Shinjuku, dude. Shinjuku's cool, but man, Shinjuku at night can be sus. Java definitely went into a maid cafe. No, I did not. A maid cafe is not what you think it is. Not what anyone thinks it is. A maid cafe is not just a cafe where, cute girls in maid outfits serve you coffee. It's a whole experience. Like you got to put like costumes on, and you have to make little gestures to get people to come over to take your order. Like it's a whole experience that I do not need to experience. I've seen a couple videos and it's like, no, I think I'm good. I think the embarrassment of having to do all of that would probably kill me. I would probably die from embarrassment. But it would be kind of funny to not force someone, but be like, "Hey, we're gonna go to a maid cafe," and if it's like their birthday or something like that, and you told the maids like, "Hey, it's so and so's birthday," make them feel as horrible as humanly possible. That would be hilarious. But definitely knows all about them experience. Yep, I know all about it. Maid cafes are my jam. It's my spot. I would unfriend them instantly. Well, maybe you don't want to come with me to Japan, man. No. We found one of the best restaurants, man. It was so good. I got to go back. It was like a hole in the wall with like 5 tables. This really nice lady. She was like, "Oh, take your backpack and we'll store it over here for you. And do you need anything?" She was just like super nice, man. Holy shit. Like, it felt so like, I don't know. The hospitality over there is something else. You don't get that here. You just get like horrified looking teenagers sitting you at your table, don't want to talk to you. There it's like a whole experience, dude. It's like, I don't know. Everyone's just so nice. In general, how fast do you aim to sell your graded returns? For example, if you listed 10 cards today, with what time frame do you want them to sell? Does it depend on the card or era? I mean, I think if it's within like 2 months, I feel pretty decent about it, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm not a person where it's like it burns a hole in my pocket if I have them and I need to move them instantly. Like there's a hard cutoff, otherwise they go to auction or something like that. I've thought about doing something like that. Maybe in the future having like a hard cutoff. Like, hey, if this doesn't sell 2 months in, then it just goes to auction and gets moved. But right now I'm pretty chill with everything, and that is cool. I've never seen this card before. Tomita. Bro. I don't know. That's why I love buying these lots. Because I get to see a bunch of cards that I've never seen before. Freaking Arita artworks. That's a Harada again. Omiya. Oops. What you looking at? What you looking at? You looking at his ass? Do I know Japanese? No. Am I trying to learn? No. I'm too lazy for that. I'm too lazy for that. I know like basic phrases and stuff that you should learn before you go, but nothing, nothing conversational, nothing like that. I'm way too lazy for that. I don't have time to learn a new language. I wish, but nope. Wait till you see those EX era cards in reverse holo with the stamp. Oh yeah, for sure. No, the reverse holos are probably still the best reverse holos ever created. I think a lot of people, for some reason, don't like the half arts. I would say it's a lot of newer people probably that should talk to half arts. I think that half arts, especially, still think gold stars is probably the best looking cards in the hobby. Period. I don't think there's anything for my 2 cents that has beaten gold stars in terms of aesthetic, but I think those cards are gorgeous. Crystals are also amazing, but everyone wants to crap on vintage, so but those cards are beautiful. If you haven't liked the stream yet, definitely like the stream. Oh, my shoot. My alerts. EJ, thank you for subscribing. Don't know if you're here right now, but if you are, thank you. If you're not, thank you, because you might watch this back. Potentially. Ooh, right on. These nuts. What do we got? Are you going to grade these bulk or put them in binders for shows? These are going to go to Chef. Chef is going to get the near mint copies, and then I have no clue what I'm going to do with the copies that are not near mint. So, but yeah, a lot of the near mint copies will go to Chef, and then I might also. No, they'll probably just go to Chef. I didn't really spend that much on these cards. Like, I'm pretty sure I spent like $400 on this entire lot. Like I said earlier, I think it's like 15 cents a card if you get rid of the energies and the trainers. So I'm not too worried about it. In terms of selling, I think just with the near mint stuff that I have, I feel like Chef is going to be able to eclipse that pretty easily with a lot of these cards. And then we'll just go from there. I think there might be some cards in the X and Y stuff that I have that I might send. Oh, man, look at that. Holy. That's a sick Rapidash, dude. Chucky. Oh, that's some sick looking cards. Got Diglett. Licky licky. Man, my parents, 4 days in with their new dog, their new puppy. Oh my god. He is a menace, dude. He is so cute when he's sleeping, but man, when he's awake and he's going, he is absolutely a menace. He is all teeth right now. He's all teeth and he's humping everything. He's all teeth and he's humping everything he can find. But he is adorable. He's a little cutie pie. Man. My parents' cat still doesn't quite know what to make of it, but he's just coming around to him. Oh. But yeah, I don't have like a hard cutoff for when I want to sell graded stuff when it comes back. If it sells within 2 months, I'm generally pretty happy about that. If it doesn't and it takes a little bit longer to sell, it's not really that big a deal. As much as I like, I don't know. I just don't have that like crazy grind set attitude where it's like everything's got to stay pushing. Everything's got to stay pushing. Nothing can sit on the store. Everything's got to move. It's like that is ooh, an Ivysaur. Hello. That looks decent. It's got a little issues, but no. Never mind. Let's move on. But yeah, that's not really my mindset. Oh, Komiya. Gabite. Hey, more power to you though, if you can do that, because that is a level of strict that I just can't. I'm just not built with. I like being I like being chill with it. You know, I get stuff in, I put it up there, it sells when it sells, and that's totally fine with me. But it probably impedes my ability to scale if I'm not hardcore, like pushing everything to sell as fast as humanly possible. But it is what it is. There are some people that do that do very well with it. I don't know. I like getting a good profit percentage out of every card. Misplaced the silver. Oh, I think I probably just fixed it. But yeah, I'm not getting them all right now, that's for sure. Ooh, Needle King. I'm trying. Played some Halo the other day. Haven't played in a long time. That was fun. Halo is a game that I play. I played so much Halo when I was a kid. Halo 3 is probably, if I had to guess, like apart from Pokemon when I was young, I assume that Pokemon is probably the game that I have the most time in if I had to like go back and but Halo would be right there. Halo 3 would be right there in terms of how much time I put into that game. It's a super fun game, man. Pretty fun to play recently. Oi. Bro. Forgot how annoying this is. Chef, you better sell the shit out of these. There's a lot of work. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have waited and I should have just given this to my grandma. And been like, sort all of them by color. And then this could have been something to give to my grandma to do. Just telling her to sort by color. That's probably something she could easily do. Oh, she's not here yet though, so got a Sneasel. What is this card on the back? It's so horrible. Pineco. I just kept feeling it on my middle finger. Like, what is this card? It's so disgusting. Absolutely destroyed. Komiya. Should I just take every Komiya card and yeah, TCG player near mint, exactly. I feel like I should just take every Komiya card and take them out and just do a big lot on eBay, just a huge auction of Komiya cards and hopefully all the hype with the drowsy and everything, you know. That's one thing that I find really funny too is this illustration rare thing that's happening right now. It's like basically I've been seeing some Instagram reels here recently where people are they're making these Instagram reels where it's like underrated or undervalued illustration rares, and then they literally just pick whichever illustration rares are still under $20, and then they're like, these are completely undervalued, and then they don't give any reason to why they're undervalued. It's just like, oh, if an illustration rare right now is under $20, apparently it's undervalued. No matter the fundamentals of the card. It's pretty wild. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. They're definitely being pumped to all high heavens. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Ponyta. Let's see. These. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that's in the wrong spot. I also started working out again recently. Started Couch to 5K on Monday. Something I've always wanted to do is get back into shape. I used to be in really good shape in like high school and stuff, and I just didn't stick around at all. So I'm trying to put some time in and some effort in to trying to get back into some type of shape. I need to lose some pounds. Basic question you would have answered a billion times. The best and worst mainline Pokemon game. Do you have a favorite era? So my favorite Pokemon game is, and it's going to be boring because you guys have probably heard it a billion times. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I think Heart Gold and Soul Silver are like peak Pokemon in my opinion. Worst mainline Pokemon game. I'm playing through Pokemon Scarlet right now. I don't want to say it's the worst one so far because I've been having a decent time with it, but I have to compare it to all the rest of the games. Like Sword and Shield, I didn't think was that great either. I didn't think Legends Arceus was that good either. It's got to be one of the newer games for sure. They're just not really my cup of tea. So, one of the newer games. It's got to be one of those three. Flip a coin. Well, you can't really flip a coin because there's three. But one of those three games I would say is probably my least favorite Pokemon game. Probably Legends Arceus because I don't like the push to be open world. I don't think it needs to be open world. I really don't like open world games at all. And the thing that I'm finding with Pokemon Scarlet is that it's okay. I don't dislike Pokemon Scarlet's open world, but at the same time, it's like, is it really needed? I don't know. I mean, there is a lot to do. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of the newer games. You have a favorite era? I guess I would say the DS era of games because I like the GBA era of games is really good too because we got Fire Red, which is obviously the best version of Pokemon Red that you can play right now. I actually thought the Let's Go series was really good, despite the catch mechanic. I didn't think the catch mechanic was that great, but I thought overall the game was really good. I don't know. Pokemon Scarlet is not bad. I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, Pokemon games are kind of like pizza, where it's like, I don't think anyone's ever put a pizza in front of me that I couldn't eat. Like, pizza is not really something that you can screw up all that bad. It's like, it's sauce, it's cheese, and bread. It's not really that big of a deal, right? And, like, Pokemon's kind of like that, where it's like, if you have the basic formula of Pokemon, it's going to be a decently fun game if you like Pokemon games. So, I like Pokemon games. Almost all of the Pokemon games I have found some enjoyment in some way, but it's like, you know, one of the Pokemon games is just a worse pizza than the other pizzas. You know, it's like it's if that made any sense. Well, I feel like it makes sense, but that's what I would say. Like they're all pretty good. Some of them are worse than others, but I would say that I kind of wish that people would be open to criticizing Pokemon more than they are for the games that they do put out. Because I feel like the games that they do put out, I feel like Pokemon games right now are like the pizza, but they don't have any toppings. It's just like we're just getting cheese pizza. Like for 3 games in a row, we've just gotten cheese pizza, and it's like, yeah, I mean, cheese pizza's good, but man, I would really like a pepperoni pizza or a meat lover's pizza. Man, would I love a barbecue chicken with a little bit of bacon, a little bit of red onion pizza. Oh, that'd be good. But you know what? I guess if they're just gonna give us cheese pizza, that's okay. And that's what I kind of feel like is like, yeah, they're just kind of giving us cheese pizza right now. So I'll eat it because it's decent, but I might complain about it after the 3rd cheese pizza. And in terms of the toppings that they're missing, I mean, they're just missing games that make games modern, right? They're just missing things that make games modern games. Like They're missing decent graphics. They're missing a game that runs more than 20 FPS. They're missing, I don't know, like intricate, well-developed storylines. They're missing voice acting. They're missing like I don't know what else I'm supposed to say. They're missing basically everything apart from the main formula that makes a Pokemon game a Pokemon game. So that's why I kind of think we're in like a cheese pizza right now. We're at a restaurant and all they're serving us is cheese. Some people really like cheese pizza, and it sucks that they really like cheese pizza. Yo, look at that. That's near mint. Kind of. Nice Nidoqueen. Pretty cool. Another Nidoqueen. I think that's the best way that I've explained that I've ever explained that. I think it's kind of a nice way of explaining it too, because I'm not saying that it's shit. I'm just saying, you know what? It's cheese pizza. It's fine. I wish it were better, but I'll eat it. I don't think people can get mad at me for that take. I think I finally found a take that people can't get mad at me for. Where's Nan-P? Is Nan-P mad? If Nan-P is mad, then I've lost. But if Nan-P is not mad, then we're good. If Nan-P is not mad, then we're good. How do you sell Japanese bulk in a way that's profitable? What Japanese bulk? This stuff? This stuff, I'll be sending most of it to a streamer buddy of mine, and he'll, go through some of it. The way that we've kind of been doing it in the past, I don't know if I have a Aeron and whatever. I don't. I just have Agrons. But let's say I have like the full evolution line, like Aeron, Lairon, Aggron, and they're all like near mint. Then what I'll do is I'll put a binder together of all of them near mint, and then they'll pull out, Chef will pull out like the full evolution line in near mint, and then he will auction them off on his stream. And then for me, I only spent like 15 cents a card on these, so if they go for $1 or more, I make money essentially. I like triple my money if they go for $1. So it's really not that bad. But it seems to be working so far, so we're going to see if it continues. Price charting seems behind, or the average is low. I'm okay with that. Yes! All right. That's how I'm going to explain it from now on. That's how I'm going to explain it from now on. Ooh, look at this Gary. It's a nice Gary from Marita. That's more like LP. Maybe damaged. Oh yeah, it's got issues. That's too bad. That's a cool card. Arcanine. Oops. Is this Saito? This is Saito, right? Yeah. Solid Arcanine, very cool. That's the classic looking Arcanine. Like, when I think of Arcanine drawn, that's how I think of his design. What that card looks like. So good. Ooh, that's a cute Slowpoke. Look at that Slowpoke. That is cute. Who is that? Saruda. Saya Saruda. That's a cute Slowpoke, man. Your man? Very nice. I like it. Yeah, that's really why I like to do these. I had so much fun putting together the binder for the Heart Cold Soul Silver stuff that I sent to Chef. I can't wait to put together the binder for this. All the evolution lines. Look at another Rapidash card. Harada. Harada's sick. Saya Saruda is one. The one that hides a Pokeball in every art? Oh, shit. Which, crap, I don't remember which Pokemon it was. Which was the Pokemon? Oh, it was the Slowpoke. I think I see it. Feel like it's at the end of his foot there. Or that's his tail. No. That's not it. Hides a Pokeball. I'm gonna be here forever. Are you sure? Are you sure? Pokeball. Um. I don't see one. That must be hidden really well. The right? To the right, close to the flowers. Am I blind? On the leaf? Like that? That's on every leaf though. I think I'm blind. I'm an idiot. I don't know. I gotta move on. We're gonna be here forever. That's cool though. I like the idea of hiding little things in art. Have you guys ever seen the story about the Disney people that hide like this is not a Pokemon conversation. The Disney people that used to hide like dicks and everything. God. I don't know why that came up. They used to put like sexual innuendos and hide like dicks and all sorts of stuff and like in all the Disney movies. I think they've gone through and edited them all out. At least the ones that they know about, but they used to do that. It's pretty hilarious. Because my mind is that of like a 12-year-old in terms of humor. Phallic cloud. Ooh, another Gary. That one definitely has issues. That Gary's got problems. I want to get to the X and Y stuff. I've been seeing this stuff for too freaking long. X and Y, X and Y, X and Y. I don't even know if I will. It's already 9:30. It's already 9:30. Took me 2 hours to get through all this. Ooh, that's a cute and Sheeta. That looks good. Nice near mint. Beautiful marrow. I love it. I love it so much. Poliwrath. Ay, ay, ay. Dude, I'm so pissed about being scammed. I tell you, man, I'm frustrated. I said it earlier at the beginning of the stream, though. I feel like I've come a long way, and I definitely have had some help. I used to have really bad anger issues. And something like what happened today, back in the day, yeah. My hand would hurt right now. My keyboard would probably be missing a couple keys. It was not good, man. I used to have some anger issues, and thankfully apparently I've gotten past them to some degree, so I'm pretty happy about that. Because yeah, today would have triggered that, and that would have been, I would have not been great. So glad that we've moved past that time in life. Let's see. That's this and this. Boom. Sent you a photo of the slowpoke with the ball circled. In Discord or Instagram? Found it. Really? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool. Definitely hard to see, that's for sure. How'd you get scammed? So I bought 4 lots of art rares on Buy at a normal price, like normal price that I have bought them before in like a bulk listing, and it was supposed to be like 2,300 art rares, like a lot of them over a few different orders from the same person, and they just sent me bulk, just bulk cards instead of art rares. So now I have like 2,300 bulk, and I'm hoping that Buy will help me out, and if they don't, then I'll have to charge back. Get that. Oh, we got another one. Okay, I see it. I see it. It's up there. Up there. It's kind of hard to see. Nampy's got a good photo on his Instagram, but it's in between all these kind of behind this first leaf, but right there. Yeah. Pretty cool. Clean again. Any Slowpoke fan would love that card. Oh, some Cranidos. This is, hold on. This is Steel. I love it too, because I'm gonna make this. I'll probably make it a video, just talk about the scam and let people know about it, so that they don't make the same mistake I did. But there's always gonna be those people that are like, "Well, you didn't actually get scammed. You just didn't read the listing well enough. You didn't actually get scammed. You can't blame Buy for this because Buy is just a middleman." Shoot me in the face in a video game. There are a lot of Buy simps out there. It's kind of funny. You wouldn't think that there would be so many people who would justify everything that Buy does, but there are even people who attach themselves to Buy as a company as well. It's kind of crazy. But it is what it is. Apparently, it's a scam that's been around the block. It was a little frustrating initially that I posted it in Discord and was like, "Hey, I just got scammed. This is how it happened." And like 10 people were like, "Oh yeah, that happened to me. Oh yeah, that happened to me. It happened to me a couple months ago." It's like, you didn't think about posting about it? You didn't think maybe you should post it in the Discord so that other people don't get scammed the same fucking way? Oh yeah, that happened to me. Like, bro, this is why we create these Discord communities, so that we can help each other. But I understand that's too much to ask for. So I don't blame anyone who didn't post in there. Although it would have been helpful. just saying, it would have been helpful. Good old Sugimori. Oh man. If we see a card we like, can we just buy it right now? No. No. I don't sell anything outside of eBay, unfortunately. I might get a TCG player up and running for this type of stuff, but I'm not really sure. I don't really have the time, but if I can get someone else who wants to run a TCG player, maybe. But yeah, definitely check out a lot of this stuff will be going live eventually on PokeChef954 on eBay Live, so definitely check him out. It's just a great time over there, I'm telling you, man. It's just as much entertaining as it is like deals on cards. It's kind of crazy. He does such a good job with his streaming. And he runs a lot of singles, not just pack rips. A lot of people have just gone the pack rip route because it's easier to price, and it's easier to figure out exactly what you want to charge people and stuff. But Chef does a lot of singles, single auctions, and I think people like that. If you are here tomorrow, whoops. Oh, dang it. Tomorrow I will be chatting with Jake from Pokenomics. I'm very excited about that. Solid dude who I think has a very interesting mind and very interesting like past profession, and dive into some interesting stuff. I got a lot of questions kind of built out for him, so I'm really excited for that chat. And hopefully you guys show up for it. It was supposed to be last week, so if anyone is like, is this a promo? Platinum something. If someone was in last week and was like, hey, where did that stream go? Unfortunately, we had to reschedule it, but we will be chatting tomorrow. And pretty excited about that. Should be good. Yeah. I thought about doing a series. I know a lot of people are doing series right now of interviews and stuff, but I thought about doing my own like 30 for 30. That's what I thought about calling it, was 30 for 30. And I would schedule a chat with somebody every single day for an entire month. So I'd be live every single day with someone in the hobby every single night of 1 month. So try to make it like a fun thing. But that would be a lot. That would be a lot, and I don't even know if people would want that. Because that is a lot. But I thought about it in the shower today. I was like, oh, that'd be cool. Then all 30 in one. Oh god, no, that would be a brutal. I'd like to go on more people's stuff. I don't get invited very often to do things. It kind of sucks. I don't know why. It's I feel like I have, a large enough following, and like a large enough channel, and my videos get good viewership, and maybe I'm just not in the right side of the hobby. I feel like a lot of the collaborating right now is like in the investor side of the hobby, like the sealed investing side, and I don't really do any of that. So I probably don't it probably wouldn't make sense to invite me to any of it, because I wouldn't be able to really talk on sealed investing all that much, because I just don't like it. It's not that I don't like it, it just doesn't really work for my business. Oh, here we go. I don't think you're taking into account, maybe Tag gave you a better score for centering in corners because of the AI versus the human eye, which is what's getting you better scores. Yeah. All right. The fact that people can't look at a card and say, "Wow, that has a really giant dent in it," and somehow they still write this comment, to me is just like, what's going on? Like, how can you still write that comment after seeing a card with a giant dent get a 10? I don't know how that comment still comes to the front of the brain. Like, it's got to be someone who's never graded a card before. I can't think. It just logically just doesn't follow otherwise. Like, it has to be someone who's never graded a card before. It just doesn't make any sense. Well, it's got that giant dent in the back, but maybe they gave you better grades on the corners and the edges, and that's why it got the 10. Wait a minute, what do you mean? It has a giant dent in the back, bro. Doesn't matter what the other things got. It has a giant dent in the back. Oh man. This is it just defies all logic at this point. So it's really I don't know. I think that's why I'm starting to get a little bit of negativity toward tag, because like the people who it's defying logic. It doesn't make sense. There's no logical explanation for some of this, and it just blows my mind. I just don't get it. I don't get how something like that can. Is it 3 months? It might be closer to 3 months at this point. I have one that's been there 2 months that is still in research and ID, so it might be getting closer to 2.5, 3 months. It wouldn't surprise me at this point. But that kind of sucks. Blind followers. And then this idea that, like, you know, I feel like I showed, and I know that my video is 7 months old, so, you know, you have to take it with a grain of salt, because maybe they fixed a lot of the issues that were shown in my video. But my video showed that, like, despite damage showing up on the dig report that everyone loves, and the dig report is all knowing, all saying, everything that the dig report says is good information and should be used, and blah 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 blah. Like, the dig report, one, in my video, didn't pick up on certain damage that was easy to see with your eye. And two, when it did pick up on damage in the scans and stuff, it didn't come through on the dig report. Nothing was marked off for it. Like, a lot of it just didn't make any sense. The way that the dig report was like, I can see this big dent in the back. Why does the dig report that is also showing a big dent in the back not calling out that there's a big dent in the back? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And now people are just willing to take those dig reports and be like, oh, but they're actually showing me why I got the grade that I got, despite that information being inaccurate. It's like, okay, I guess, like, sure, it's showing you that, but at the same time, like, if it's wrong, or if it's not taking off points for it, then obviously it isn't working. You're telling me human eyes still have value? Yes, absolutely. I think that even if you're gonna use AI for, like, the majority of your grading, I do think at the end you probably should still have a human do a once over, because clearly the AI, and this is why I'm doing a second video where I'm trying out their grading again. But when I made the video the first time, clearly it's just not catching everything that it should be. So, but yeah, we'll see. I like the idea of grader's notes. I like the idea of someone saying, hey, that card has a big dent in the back, that's why I got a 6. Like, that sounds good to me. But if it's not useful information, or if that information that they find is not being actually used to go against the grade, then I don't know why people would value it so much, you know? So, any thoughts on Ace? I have no thoughts on Ace. I've never even seen an Ace slab before. I don't know how they grade. I I haven't seen in person, I guess. Now Randolph, the owner of Ace, actually he actually vends at the shows, and he's a part of our vending group. So hopefully this year I'll be able to meet Randolph at one of these shows and get to see a lot of the tag stuff, because as far as I'm aware, he brings a lot of tag slabs to collecticons and stuff, and sells exclusively tag stuff. More of probably like a marketing type of thing, getting people over in the US to see that tag is, or that Ace is a thing. But I would like to see Ace. I would like to hold an Ace slab and see how it feels and everything. But I've never submitted with them, so I don't really know in terms of a thing. Nope. Hoping to see it in Dallas Collecticon. Said he's hoping to be there. Yeah, that'd be sick. Well, I guess technically I know which Collecticons he's going to because he's in our shared Discord, but I probably shouldn't. I probably shouldn't say, just in case he doesn't want people to know. There was a part of me that was like, "Oh, I could look and see if he's going to be there," but yeah, I probably shouldn't do that. I should probably let him announce that stuff on his own. I think. Let's see. Think of the information from a regular person's perspective. When you're new to grading, it sucks not knowing why you got an 8 or 9. PSA didn't use. Tag is fantastic at that. Again, like, you can say that they're fantastic at that, but they're not. Tag is not fantastic at that. Tag has a dig report, which is a very interesting idea that is not executed well at all right now, at least from my experience. That's why I'm doing a second follow-up, because my video was 7 months ago. They're not good at that, because why can I see dents on my card on the dig report and it doesn't take anything off of the actual grade? That doesn't make any sense. Why is it saying that there's something, on an edge or a corner or whatever, and then when I look at the card, I can't see an issue and it doesn't show up on the scan? That doesn't make any sense. Like, the dig report, they can say all they want, like, oh yeah, there's an issue in the top left corner of the card. If I can't see what that issue is, or they're not specific on it, or if it doesn't actually take any points off of the grade, then that info is not really helpful. Like, it's cool to see the scan. The scan is very cool. When you first see it, it's like, wow, look at this scan. That's so sick. But if there's a dent on the back of the card and you can see it on the scan and you still get a 10, it's like, wait a minute. I can see it on the scan. There's a dent here. But you're not going to take any points off for it? That doesn't make any sense. So, like, people like the dig reports because it looks cool, and it does look cool. And if it was accurate, I think it would be super sick. But it's not accurate. So it's not really that helpful if it's not accurate, in my opinion. And I should say it wasn't accurate 7 months ago. That's why I'm doing a follow-up video, to see if I feel like it's more accurate now. But 7 months ago, it was not accurate. So, yeah. If you give me information that's wrong, that information is no good. Despite, there's people right now that's like, well, at least I'm getting information. And it's like, well, yeah, you're getting information, but it's wrong. It's like if your friend was helping you with homework and you were like, okay, Jimmy, what's 2 plus 2 again? I really need this for my test tomorrow. And he says, 5. 2 plus 2 is 5. And then you go to your test the next day and you're like, okay, 2 plus 2, 5. And you got it wrong. It's like, Jimmy, what the fuck? Why did you tell me the wrong information? I totally thought it was going to be right because it came from Jimmy, and Jimmy gets 100 on all of his tests. It's like, it just doesn't, if it's the wrong information, it's not helpful. But it looks cool. The dig report looks cool, so it's got that going for it. The scan is interesting looking. It's very scientific-y looking, but so that's why I'm doing another video. I'm excited for it. I want to give them a second shot and see if they pick up on all the issues that I know are on the cards, and we'll go from there. And there's also the question of, like, Pat did a short. You probably seen it if you're into tag. You probably see the shorts pocket monster. Is that what it's called? I think He did one where he sent a card to tag. He got the 1,000-point scale, and it got a 949. Okay? Now, as a person who grades, if I got a 9 that was a 949, I would be freaking livid. I would be pissed if the difference between a 9 and a 10 was one single point on a 1,000-point scale. I would be pissed. Because there's absolutely that is the most arbitrary thing I could possibly think of, is somehow there was, how do you even quantify a 1 out of 1,000 issue that takes that card from a 9 to a 10? You don't. There's no way to quantify that 1 point, because that 1 point is so minuscule that it would have to be like a microscopic issue or something that is just like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. Because people are already like, what's really the difference between a CGC 9.5 and a CGC 10? It's like, really nothing. Like, there's really not that big of a difference. What's the difference between a 948? My bad. So, 2 points off, right? Because if it was a 950, it would have gotten a 10. Is that right? The idea still stands. The criticism is still valid. Oh, does it have to be 951? Either way, 3 out of 1,000 if we want to go that route. So I personally, I think the 1,000-point scale is kind of dumb. And I saw someone say something recently that was like, yeah, I kind of think the 1,000-point scale is going to work against them in the future. And I 100% agree with that. I think a 1,000-point scale is not a good idea whatsoever. Because it is so, like, you want to talk about PSA being arbitrary with their grades. Like, 3 out of 1,000 on a card between a 9 and a 10. You want to talk about arbitrary? That is arbitrary. That is arbitrary. That is crazy. So yeah, that's something as a grader, as someone who's graded thousands of cards, that I would be extremely pissed about. If I were to get that. So I probably will never actually do the 1,000-point scale thing, because I don't think it gives you any good information. Again, I don't like, it's cool. It's cool, but I don't think it actually gives any good relevant information to why your grade, why it got the grade that it got, to have, 948 on a 1,000-point scale. I don't think it really helps all that much. And yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to send, well, I already did send them off, so I don't know when they'll be done, but I'm excited to get those back. And then I'll be sending them off again, and we will see. Wonder if it uses certain increments within each category. Yeah, I'm not sure. Do you do ARS? No. No, but the ARS slabs are very cool. I actually like them. I like the plate being at the bottom. It makes it feel more like a trophy almost. And I like the grade being on the back and having just a cool metal kind of tab on the front. It kind of accentuates the actual card. So I really like how they put their slabs together, but I don't think they grade centering. So if I were to get an ARS 10, I don't know if I could trust it. It would definitely be a situation where I would have to buy the card, not the grade. I would have to find centered copies of ARS 10s, because I know that they will give a card a 10 no matter what the centering is, because I don't think that they grade centering. Like, if you look at their grading parameters, I don't think centering is a part of the equation. The last time I checked. Maybe they changed that, but I thought the last time I checked, centering was not a thing that they worried about or did anything with. And I would say, like, the tags, every grading company has their own scale as well. Like, they're similar, right? Stuff has to be centered. Stuff has to have good surface. Stuff has to be like all that stuff, right? So, the 10 plus means it's centered. Oh, interesting. So the tag graders notes, or the tag, you know, out of 1,000 is really going to only help you when it comes to tags scale, right? So it's not really going to help a newcomer realize, oh, if I send this card to PSA, I should get an equivalent grade. That's really not how it works. So trial and error with all the companies is really important, and that's why I like watching videos of people who cross grade stuff. I think that's really interesting. And I mean, when I first got into the hobby, that was like purely the content that I watched. Was I would watch Jake Pokenomics have conversations with people, and then I would watch all the grading return videos that I could watch, like any PSA return, any CGC return, any, like, I would watch so many grading returns. First, because I just thought it was cool, and second, because I wanted to get into grading. So what's better to get into grading than watch grading returns? I like that they don't care about centering. Personally, off centering never bothered me. That's cool. I mean, it's cool if I personally think centering is important. I mean, not like too far off, right? But if it's within like the normal range for CGC or PSA and it gets, you know, a 10, like whatever, that's fine. But if it's like way off center, I definitely notice it, and it definitely does. It definitely, to me, is a negative to the actual grade if the centering is too far off. But we're almost there. We're almost there. I didn't do nearly as much as I thought I was going to do. This is way too much. Well, you know what? I'm happy to just hang out and chat too. So it's like a great Excel template, but with meaningless information, kind of. What up, Hoodoo? What in the bulk is this? You need some Japanese bulk for your store? Hit me up. I got a lot. I'll send it out. $1 a card. We have a lot of English bulk. Yeah, but this is Japanese bulk. This is 10 times better because I can't read it. Duh. Why would you want cards that you can read? Lame. Lame. I always thought that was, I mean, it's personal preference, obviously, but it is kind of funny, the whole, but I can't read Japanese. What up, Vortex? Run my whole eBay page from the most point of Japanese bulk. Really? You need some bulk? Not that. 2K singles a month? Does get tiring after a while, though? Yeah. No, thanks. I will pass. Sounds good, though. Okay. We're almost there. How you doing today, dude? Dude. The Hoodoo is opening a game store. I hope everything with that is going very well, sir. Noon. Dark. You. Oops. You. I haven't seen a Gyarados in a while. This is making me a little scared. We need a Gyarados. That's a really cool looking card, though. Fukuda, of course. Jesus. I just need to not even look anymore. Oh, that's a really cool card. Who is it? Of course it's Fukuda. Come on. Is that even a question? Why am I even questioning anything at this point? It's Fukuda. He's one of the best. He did all the freaking gold stars. The best looking cards in the freaking hobby. Come on. I will own a full set of gold stars. Someday. Someday I will do it. Someday I will do it. Because full set of gold stars, full set of crystals. Best cards in the hobby. Most beautiful cards in the hobby. Electric. In Japanese, by the way. I know English. I don't want to read my cards. Reading cards just makes me tired. Who would want to put in the effort? Oh. You can buy every card from a set for like $10 or $20. Could hit another snag. Old owner decided to glue the slat wall and it slanted down. Oof. That sucks. You have a good memory for illustrators? Well, yeah, I mean your whole Instagram is about illustrators, artworks and stuff like that. It's super cool. Honestly, some of the name translations are weird. Oh yeah, they are. uh Did they really have to go there with Umbreon? With Umbreon's name translation, did they really have to go there with that? Oh man. Yeah, if you guys aren't following Namp on Instagram, you should. Post a lot of good stuff from different illustrators. Really shows off a lot of the cool illustrators in the hobby. Very cool way. Yeah, Lizardon. Yup. Camex. Camex. Really? Camex? Really? Camex. Sanders. All right. Makes sense. Sanders. Like, come on, man. You even trying? The birds are literally thunder, freeze, and oh no. What's Moltres? It's not fire, is it? Is it fire? Is it fire, thunder, and freeze? Is Moltres just fire? I forget. I think he might just be fire. Do 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 do. I'm gonna finish eventually. Ooh, Crobat. Beat. Beat. Oh man, this yeah. We've seen better days, this Machamp has. Goodbye. Oh. English was very clever with the birds. Uno, dos, and tres. Yeah, it's really good. Fire. Freezer and yeah, Freezer, Thunder. Oh. We're almost there. We're almost there. Camex is just a strange one. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. I don't know why these are sleeved. I feel like these were in decks maybe. Because they're a lot of them are the same. I mean, I love to see a sleeved Lucario. That's pretty nice. Take that. Couple Riolus. Oh. Tomorrow we're gonna talk to Jake. Camex is from Turtle, which is Kame, and Maximum. So Maximum Turtle. Really? Damn. All right, that sounds cool. I'm down with it now. I think Gengar is just Genga, right? Without the R. Ooh, that's a cool one. Look at how cool that is. That one's sick. I like that. I think it's just Genga. Man, we didn't even get into the cool stuff, the XY stuff. With an Asian accent. Yeah, accent. I'm gonna refrain from doing the accent. Okuda? Saito! Saito is a goat. Ugh, Sugimori. Ugh. Why does Sugimori get a Heracross artwork? Yeah, no, I think I'll pass. I think I'll pass on that. I think I'll pass on doing that. this. Fighting grass. Steel. You. We're done. Oh shit, we're done. Woo. Oh. I mean, we're halfway done. We're halfway done. We're not. Insane car shorts. I like to think insane car shorts are like swimming trunks that have cars on them. And they're insane. With insane written across the ass. I got scammed same way. I noticed all the scams. Yeah. It's the etc. that does it. You won't get a refund. They don't refund on lots of cars. Do you charge back? I might try and charge back this one. We're not sure. Yeah, I got hit with it today. Talking about the AR, etc. Yeah. I got hit with it today for like $1,500. Yeah. No, I don't buy a lot off of eBay. Happens. Yeah, I might try to charge back and see if they ban me. I'll have to see. I don't know. Cause someone else in one of the discords I'm in said that they had recently charged back on them and they didn't get banned. So maybe I'll charge back via PayPal. And I'll see what's up. The last time I did that was like 2 years ago. I did a chargeback, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you can't buy anything on this site until you pay us our money back." I was like, "Ah, shit." So, we'll see. That or I'll just eat it. It's not the end of the world. It really sucks, but it is what it is. It's so cringe. I'm gonna make a video on it though for Monday, so um so that other people don't fall for the same issue. Ugh. I have an eBay partner rep through them because of what I spend, and they normally help me out. They said they can't since it was so many individual orders for about 70 each. Oh, oh yeah, I bought lots of like, yeah. I bought a lot of like 1,000, a lot of like 500, a lot of like 300. Bit scam once on Instagram for $18. Well, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. But yeah, man, that really sucks. But I'll probably make a lot of that money back on this, to be honest. This I mean, to be fair, like with the cards that I showed today, I bought most of them for what 15 cents a piece, I think. Is what I have it at. I think we could easily I mean, I spent $400 on all of these cards. So, I wonder I feel like we're going to do pretty dang well. I'm not I'm not too worried about the amount of money we'll make off this stuff. Chef will definitely cook with this stuff for sure. So, yeah, but PayPal no longer accepts the chargebacks and aids with buyee in my experience. What? It would need to be through your bank card. Oh, I wonder if I bought through my bank card or if I bought this through my PayPal credit card. Because if I bought through my PayPal credit card, it's still PayPal, so I'll probably be screwed. If I bought through my bank card, I'm going to look. Because Chase is usually pretty good about this stuff. But I don't know about PayPal. Bulk margins are very good. I do blanket pricing of $5 near mint. On this type of stuff? The stuff that I just showed? Really? $5 near mint. $4 LP. Can you just do that on eBay? And it doesn't matter the species or anything? Because there's quite a lot of near mint. Especially for, I don't know if this. Do you do X and Y era stuff as well, or is it mostly mid era stuff? Because I got a lot of X and Y era stuff. That's very, very near mint. Like this is basically pack fresh. A lot of this stuff is. So, I mean, look at that Zoroark. Like that's definitely gonna go for a buck. That Evelto, that's going for a buck. Probably more than a buck. You got all these like, look at that Raikou. That's going for more than a buck. Like, come on, Roki. And these are all like packed fresh, and I have a whole like 4-row box, half a 4-row box of this. Look at that Luxray. So, yeah, I feel like I'm going to do just fine with this stuff, and I'll probably end up doing doing good with Chef on that. And Chef's gonna need a lot of cards because he's gonna be doing like marathon streams because eBay is having some sort of challenge thing for next month. So that'll be interesting. All right, did somebody just ping me in my Discord? Oh yeah, okay. That. Oh man. I want my PSA subs to pop. Yeah, I upcharge for popular, normally Pika starters, popular legendaries. I might raise like $1 to $2 per card. Wow. Interesting. That's really interesting. I wouldn't have thought about that. Maybe I'll get my grandma going on her own eBay account. I have a scanner that I just don't use. One of those Fujitsu's or whatever. I'll just bring the scanner over to her place and she can just scan cards and put stuff up on a second eBay account. Get grinding. All right, let's see if my bank card has that. Prime Visa. Let's not say any numbers out loud. That would be dumb. Oh, now I have to go through all the buy. Ugh. Okay, hold on. Merchant. She into Pokemon? She watches all my videos and she's super supportive of everything. The last time I talked to her, she was like, you know, she's like, she's moving down here, so she was like, you'll never have to ship a package again. I'll totally help you out with blah blah blah. And it's like, okay, well, we'll try and figure out something for you. We could get something going. That's PSA. Oh, that's 2024, so it should be up here. I don't think it was. I think it was probably my PayPal. Wait, when did I buy these? I feel like I bought these January, maybe? Maybe early February? It's such a crazy scam, dude. It's so annoying. Like they hide all the information at like the bottom of the description, and then because they put the little etc. on the title, they get away with it. Like that's so cringe. And all the photos are misleading and so annoying. These. If you guys are wondering which seller I bought from, his name is Asano, I think. Asano. Really annoying. Has really good feedback too. Over 1,500 positives and only 4 negatives. So cringe. How do people get these accounts that have such positive feedback and they're scamming people? At the very end of the search terms, with all the other search terms, it says the photo is an example 500 RR normals, including AR, CHR type, multiple cards. And it came with literally like 1 AR, 2 RRs, and all the rest was bulk. And the title is Pokemon cards AR, CHR, etc. 500 pieces sold together. And the photo is literally of like massive stacks of art rares. So cringe. Like that is so freaking just awful. Like just awful. All right, this was February 19th. I had a order date February 14th. Ooh, I was feeling oh, this is a different statement. February 14. Oh, it was definitely on my. Well, it was 309. Is there a 309? I also on my Chase credit card. That's annoying. I had to pay my accountant today too. And I had to pay my taxes. Oh, God. Stop. It's so annoying. Everything about today was annoying. I had to pay taxes, man. I had to pay in this year. Brutal. And my tax guy charged me like way more than last year. So annoying. He literally goes up $100 like every year. I'm pretty sure the first year I did it was like 650, 700. And then the next year it was like, oh, now it's like 780. And then this year it's like, oh, now it's 870 or 850. Like, bro, stop upping your freaking charge. It's so annoying. It's like $900 to pay taxes, and then I have to pay a bunch of taxes. Ugh. And I got scammed. That's fun. That's fun. All right, guys. I'll be back tomorrow with Jake from Pokenomics. Definitely hit the like button if you enjoyed the stream today. I enjoyed hanging out and chatting with you guys as always. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for our chat. I think it's going to be a good time. We'll see you tomorrow, all right? All right.